It is Monday of week 3 of this whole course. We're getting there. We're almost done. The RSASSC stuff should be fairly routine by now. You know the drill. Hopefully we can get it done relatively quickly. Maybe we could even get this whole process down to 45 minutes a day, 30, 45 minutes a day to be submitting essentially a job application every single day. Hopefully, we'll see. I'm working on this with you guys, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned this. This is a whole structure I set up for myself. And my approach was just put it out there for other people that wanted to join in with me and do it with me as I go. Anyhow, LinkedIn Peekaboo. I've been talking about it a lot. And I mentioned that, when you are applying for a job, maybe it's one you're really excited about and you think, oh man, this is it, right? This is the one. I've applied for 10 jobs this week, but this is the one I really care about. I don't want to mess it up. You find yourself over on LinkedIn scoping people out. You're like, I wonder if I can find who my future boss would be there. I wonder if I can find coworkers, right? That's really not the best use of LinkedIn. And you may have figured this out already because you get a notification if people are checking out your profile, right? And that may have freaked you out and be like, oh my gosh, if they see that I'm, creeping on them and then they see my job application, they might not like that. That might seem creepy. So you turn that off. And then they just get a notification that some anonymous person is checking out their LinkedIn profile. That's a waste, okay? You're not using it, that's not a LinkedIn best practice. So here's the way to do it instead. Before you apply for a job with the company, all right? So this is why you actively need to be doing peekaboo. Playing peekaboo with people that work in your industry, work in the industry you aspire to, work in a geographic area that you hope to live, right? You just want to build a network in that area. So you need to be actively doing this. And you kind of want to do it at least until you get above 500 connections. That 500 plus connection sign is a bit of a status symbol in LinkedIn. It doesn't say anything more than that. So you could have 5,000 connections. There's no way for people to know. And it's not good to actually put that. Some people put in their profile 2,500 connections. It doesn't really come off well. So just try to get that badge, that 500 plus connections badge that makes you kind of look good on LinkedIn, right? But in advance, you're scoping out people that you may want to eventually work with or work for, right? And you're checking out their profiles. They're going to get that notification that says somebody looked at their profile, and then they're going to click to see who it was, who checked out my profile. And this is actually easier on the app. On the smartphone app, this whole process works a lot better than through email. And then when that happens, you're going to get a notification that they clicked to check you out. At that moment, that is when you then try to add them as a connection. And you add them as a friend. If you don't add them as a friend, LinkedIn is going to press you for information like what company you worked at together, and it gets complicated. So just add them as a friend and write a customized note to them. Hi, Bob. Thank you hi, Bob. I thought I would reach out to you on LinkedIn. I saw that you worked at this corporation. I'd love to hear more sometime. That's it. Click send. Most people are going to accept that connection request. Okay? People aren't going to really deny that. If you don't look like a spammer, if you don't look like you are going to try to, hit them up with some kind of used car salesman pitch of some sort, they're going to accept that. And then, again, it's another best practice to, after they accept the connection, send a short message. Hi, thanks for accepting my request. I look forward to getting to know you better. You might even ask a question if you really want to try to get a conversation going. I noticed you lived in Salt Lake City for a number of years. I went to college there. How's life there these days? Right? Something like that. Pretty casual. It's networking, right? This is LinkedIn Peekaboo. And When you're searching, when you're in the advanced search, you need to do the LinkedIn advanced search. Focus on second degree connections because you may already have somebody that is worth mentioning in your request. Hey, I saw that you know Jim. He's a great guy. How do you know him? So on and so on. Right? Now this takes time. This is a process that's going to take quite a while because right now your second degree connections are going to be quite small. You may only have 25, 50 first degree connections on LinkedIn. So that you can see how this builds steam over by spending time on it every day for several days in a row for, honestly, weeks, right? Working on it a little bit every day, which is really why it works so well in this kind of structure that we're building, right? We're building habits to make this stuff just part of our regular day, right? And so that's kind of the point. So get started on this. Do a little LinkedIn peekaboo. Scope out, 10 people's profiles and see what happens tomorrow. See if you get those notifications. Another little tidbit on this. This is also really good for screening out people that are not active on LinkedIn. Okay, so if they don't check you out back, it probably means that they don't really use LinkedIn very much. Active LinkedIn users are always scoping people out. They want to know who checked them out, right? So you're using this whole system to your advantage as much as possible. You're really leveraging all of these tools in the LinkedIn system in the best way by doing it this way. Okay, get started. I'll see you tomorrow.